Well, individuals donated over $319 billion in 2023, according to DonorBox. We all know giving back is a good thing. However, life gets in the way, and sometimes we just forget. But there is a way to automate giving back, and it might be beneficial for your wallet, too. Daffy is a financial platform where you can set aside money, and you can do it in crypto or in the market. Watch it grow, then donate it. To break down how giving back can help someone else and your wallet in the process, we've got Adam Nash, who is the Daffy co-founder and CEO, here with us. Adam, thanks so much for joining us here on today's show. And just first and foremost, just break down how this works for us.
Yeah, it's really quite simple. Setting up a donor advised fund is like setting up any other tax advantaged account, like an individual retirement account for your retirement planning or a 529 plan for college savings. You open the account, you can fund it with cash, you can fund it with stock, ETFs, mutual funds, even crypto. That money is invested tax-free. And then any time that you want to give to any charitable organization across the country, you have an app in your pocket, a few taps, and that money can get sent to the organization that you want to support.
Okay, so with that, I mean, it sounds like it's removing a lot of the friction from the investment into the donation process as well. And a lot of people were trying to understand, okay, where does this change the current experience of just going out and selecting the organization and just donating to them outright? What's the major delta there?
Well, look, in the US, about 60 million American households give to charity every year. So a lot of us are doing this. And most of us are doing it the way you just described, Brad, by just when we're asked, we reach in our pocket, write a check, hand over cash, our card. But the problem is when you don't make it a financial goal, you end up with two issues. One, you're not budgeting for it. So you always have this question lingering in the back of your mind, what can I afford to give? And you don't really know the answer to that if you haven't budgeted. The second problem is it's very hard to do it in a tax-efficient way. Giving cash might feel good, but from a tax perspective, donating an appreciated asset like a stock, mutual fund, ETF, or like I said before, even crypto, can be a great way to save additional taxes and support the organizations you care about.
Okay, so what is the business model for Daffy? I mean, how do you realize profits on this?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because the business model is one of the reasons that I think most people haven't heard of donor advised funds. I mean, the fact is, unless you have a high-end wealth manager or accountant, you probably have never heard of a donor advised fund. And that's because the existing industry has mostly focused on the wealthy because they charge based on a percentage of assets, a fee. And so they're looking for big accounts. At Daffy, which we named because it's the donor advised fund for you, we decided to turn that business model on its head and borrow a model from other nonprofits, which is a simple membership model. So when you join Daffy and fund your account, it's free up to $100. And then most of our members pay a simple flat fee of $3 a month.
I mean, here we were thinking that you might just be a stand for some Disney characters out there, but instead of being just a big high-profile fan, it actually means something. Donor advised funds for you. Okay, that's what Daffy stands for. What are you noticing in the next generation of people who are giving to funds, who have grown up with the GoFundMes, who have grown up with giving to charitable organizations or even Kickstarters to help fund certain ventures? How is this next generation, and what are some of the trends that you're seeing in this next generation as it relates to funding either ventures or just giving to charitable organizations?
Well, one of the great things that we see from a giving perspective in this next generation is just a passion, a caring, a willingness to prioritize giving, this belief that not everything you earn, not everything you do is just for yourself, that there are other people out there, that there are causes and organizations worth supporting. And so what we're seeing from this younger generation is a much more active interest in making giving a part of their life. This generation is also far more tech savvy. So the ability to use online tools like Daffy, not only to put money aside, but also to run campaigns for organizations that you care about. One of the most popular features with Daffy is that if you have a fund for any charity, up to 6 of them at a time, you can run a matching campaign dollar for dollar. And whether you're raising $100, $500, $1,000 or more, matching campaigns can be a great way to get more money and more leverage on your own giving. And we're seeing a lot of young people who grew up with the internet loving this feature.
There's a clear business to consumer, a B2C standpoint that it seems like Daffy clearly has. But is there a business to business opportunity for the company as well? I mean, I think about so many other financial and specifically app forward financial services that people are tapping into on their devices, where there are also more opportunities for those services that they're identifying within a broader business realm here too. I'm asking this to try and get a sense of some of the corporations that you see Daffy being applicable for as well in the future.
Yeah, it's a great question. Well, we built Daffy for consumers, right? Like for those 60 million American households out there who give to charity every year. And we believe all of those households should open up an account and be putting something aside for charity. But one of the amazing things when we launched this product just a few years ago is we started getting demand for companies to provide this as a service to their employees. Most corporations offer a retirement plan, a tax advantage plan like a 401k. And now if you join a company like OpenAI or Acorns, you're told when you start that they have a 401k and they have a matching program for that. And they have a tax advantage account for giving, Daffy for Work, where you can put money aside and the company will even match the money you put aside for charity. So we think that this product is applicable not just for individuals, but also for companies.
Adam Nash, Daffy co-founder and CEO. Adam, amazing to hear about this product and look forward to checking back in the future for sure.
Fantastic, Brad. Thanks for having us on.
Certainly.